Hello all and welcome, and I'm the MGTOW philosopher. And in this video I would like to talk about fat acceptance and fat shaming, and how it's so right to fat shame and it's so wrong to accept fatties. Now in this picture we have a woman named Roxane Gay. I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't know if she's actually gay or if that's just her name. I don't know if she needs to go gay, if she's going to get any sex any other way. Of course, if she finds herself a chubby chaser, then she'll have no problem. Otherwise, she might have to go lesbo, and I know there's a lot of lesbos out there that like fat chicks, but otherwise she's in trouble. And look at her arm. She's got horrid tattoos, so that certainly doesn't help her chances of getting laid, nor does the fact that you have to roll her in flour to look for the wet spot. But anyway, so Roxane Gay opens up about living in this world in a fat body on Daily Show. Ah, yes, that wonderful liberal piece of crap show. And I'm sure this article is going to tell us how we should feel sorry for her and how tough her lot in life is, even though she ate herself into this predicament, and it's her fault that she's this size and this horrific looking. So let's see what it has to say, and I'm sure it will tell us that we need to be ashamed and try to shame us into accepting her as she really is. The story of my body is not a story of triumph. Ooh, yeah, I hear some violence playing in the background. Roxane Gay writes in her new memoir, Hunger. Maybe the book is made of like, a cheese, or maybe it's made of some kind of edible paper or something. And maybe she eats the book after she reads it every time she gives like a reading. Hunger. Maybe she eats the book even if she's not fucking... Maybe it's not an edible book. Maybe she ate it anyway. Jesus Christ, the book is called Hunger? Holy shit. Does it come with a Big Mac and fries? I'm sure for her it has to. Holy shit. Hunger. This is not a weight loss memoir. Well, I'm sure. Look at you. You ain't lost weight in a long time, if ever, honey. If you were losing weight, I mean, good Lord. How heavy were you before? Yeah, we can look at you and tell it's not a weight loss memoir, honey, okay? Your picture is here. That's self-evident. Instead, Gay, the author of Difficult Women, Bad Feminist, and An Untamed State. Oh, she's written multiple books. Oh, they sound like crap to me. But, of course, any woman and a feminist, and she writes a book, she's much more likely to get it published because all of these media people are stupid liberals, explores her relationship to her body before and after the sexual violence that would rattle her youth. What? What sexual violence? Did somebody do something to this? I mean, she must have been a hell of a lot thinner in her youth. Could you imagine anybody on this earth raping that? No way. You couldn't pay me $1 million to fuck that. No chance. Gay discussed her new book Monday on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Not only is Trevor Noah a hack, but he's a liberal fool, moron, male, feminist, cultural Marxist idiot with an IQ well below 100. As a comedian, I've made a lot of fat jokes, Noah said in his conversation with Gay. And he's apologizing here for trying to be funny. But you're not allowed to be funny in this world anymore, and you certainly can't make fun of fat people. So he was intent on listening to what Gay had to say about her experiences rather than continuing to equate fatness with farce. I don't think fatness is a farce. There's nothing farcical about her big ass. Unless you mean comical. If you mean comical, yes, it's very funny. Gay explained that she often feels uncomfortable on airplanes. Gee, I wonder why. I mean, maybe she's afraid she's so heavy that the thing will take a nosedive. I mean, I guess they have to balance it out. Don't they have to balance the plane out? I mean, wouldn't they have to put her in the middle? Or they'd have to find her a seat so that she doesn't tip the goddamn thing? And, of course, they have to find an actual seat that'll fit her, so you know that big fat ass, they're going to need 2 or 3 seats. That's a 3-seat ass, baby. And you know that those airplane seats have gotten really narrow, so she's got to buy 2, even 3 tickets. And I've noticed that those armchairs, those armrests now, they pull up. I guess that's for fat people. And so she needs like her entire row just to herself. Could you imagine a human being like this taking up 3 seats? You're walking down the aisle of an airplane, and you look right, and you see 3 people. You look left, you see 3 people. Then you can see you walking, and you look right again. You see one person taking up 3 fucking seats. She's that fat. It's like, holy shit. How is the airplane holding her up? How is she not dropped through the fuselage? She's uncomfortable on airplanes. Yeah, I wonder why. at movie theaters. Yeah, because those armchairs don't pull up, I don't think. Those armrests don't pull up. Or maybe they do now. I don't know. People are getting so fat, maybe movie theater seats, too, have the armrests that'll pull up. And even at her own book signings. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, she doesn't know if they'll have chairs strong enough to hold her. She probably has to bring her own chair. If she forgets to bring her own chair, I'm sure she's very self-conscious about the fact that that chair might break. Where readers and fans have offered her unsolicited weight loss advice. Yeah, because your heart is going to blow up and your blood pressure is going to get so fucking high, your eyeballs are going to pop out of your head. At the grocery store, people make commentary about what they see in your cart. Yeah, why not? I mean, honey, you've got to be using up a hell of a lot of government expenses in free health care or something. I mean, I can't imagine those books are selling very well. Of course, then again, she's a big, fat, ugly blob. She's a feminist. So I guess she appeals to a lot of American women because most of them are fat. So maybe she's making a good living off those books, and she's able to pay for her own medical care. But I highly doubt it. Gay said, you don't fit in the world oftentimes. Well, actually, fat women these days fit in pretty well. It's just gargantuan, mega land whales like you that could actually be mistaken for a real whale. It's those type of women that don't fit in. The world is not really interested in creating a space for you to fit. This is hilarious. This woman's making the jokes for me. I don't even have to try. The world's not really interested in creating a space for you to fit in. Well, even if they were interested, honey, it would take so many resources to create a space that you would fit in. Holy shit. I'm imagining that giant tank at SeaWorld with the big fat, what was it, Shamu, swimming around. You know how many millions of dollars that must have cost? I mean, to create a space for this woman? Good Lord. I'm thinking of Shea Stadium. How about that as for a space? You might fit in there. Gay also shared a story from her childhood when she was gang raped at the age of 12. Honey, you must have been a normal weight at that time because guys don't gang rape fatties like you. But sure, she was old enough to understand what happened to her. Age 12, she didn't know what rape was? What is she, a fucking moron? Is she retarded? How's she writing books if she didn't know she got fucked against her will at age 12? Something's off with this chick. It was so unexpected. Yeah, rape generally is. I just thought, I want to be stronger. I want to be bigger. It was a deliberate choice. Holy shit. So she had all this internalized pain. So instead of doing something like, getting mental help or, talking to somebody, she wanted to get so fat that no one would ever want her. Well, mission successful. You have succeeded. You are so fat, so hideous, there is no man on this earth that's going to want to rape you. Unfortunately, there's no man on this earth that's going to want to fuck you either, except somebody who has like a really, really, really extreme fat fetish. And of course, they're called chubby chasers. So you might get a guy if he's a chubby chaser. There's a lot of guys running around out there that like fat women, and they would bang. The fatter, the better. And that turns them on. That's like these guys that are like in the feet and shit like that. Weird fucking guys. But anyway, unless you find somebody like that, yeah, she's screwed. Oh, my God. It was a deliberate choice to get that fat. I see. You are mentally ill, sweetheart. You need to get some help. Hunger isn't her first experience. Hunger isn't her first experience. I'm sure that being hungry is, that's definitely not her first experience. No question about that. I'm sure she's hungry all the time. Oh, of course. She's got a hole she needs to fill inside herself, and it's never filled, obviously. Hunger isn't her first experience with discussing assault and its aftermath for the Rumpus online literate. Rumpus? What the fuck is that? Rumpus. The only word I see is rump, meaning big fat ass. Well, she definitely got that. Online literary magazine, she wrote about the careless language of sexual violence and other essays based on her experiences. Well, I would imagine that the only experiences that she has in life are those where she's eating. Because, I mean, to be that fat, you've got to spend about 15 out of 16 awake hours eating and shoveling food into your fat face to get that big. Good Lord. In Hunger, she writes, I ate and ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. Yeah, I don't know how many eights I could put there, but it would be a lot. In the hopes that I made myself big. In the hopes that if I made myself big, my body would be safe. Well, mission accomplished, honey. You are safe. You are 100% safe. You could go walking in the worst areas areas that have like 10 times the rape of anywhere else, and nobody's going to touch you. Good for you. This feeling courses throughout the book, which is titled A Memoir, My Body. Good Lord. You could write 10 memoirs about that body. Jesus Christ. On The Daily Show, describing her motivations for writing the book, Gay said, I wanted to tell the story of my body. That's one fucking big story, honey. You're going to need about 10 million pages for that story. Because when you're fat in the world, people have assumptions. What assumptions, honey? That you eat too much? Oh, they assume you're stupid. I assume you're stupid. Anybody that eats so that nobody will rape them is a fucking moron. People are buying your books because they're losers, because they're fat losers too, and they want somebody to empathize with, and they feel sorry for you, maybe. I think it's important to show what it's actually like to live in this world in a fat body. Why is that important? I don't care what it's like. I mean, just lose weight, honey. Why is it important to know? Oh, so we should tolerate you, so we should accept you, even though you're a blob, even though you're going to die 40, 50 years before your time, even though you're going to suck up tons of resources with a problem that's a choice. Ay, ay, ay. Hunger by Roxanne Gay. What is it? A fork! She got a fork there. Well, I don't see the teeth marks. There should be teeth marks on that thing because she's so anxious to eat the food. She probably oftentimes bites the fork. And I would think that that fork would look like a chewed up, gnawed up old shoe, even though it's metal. Good Lord. And that's it? That's the whole article? I feel cheated. I wanted to make more fat jokes. Come on. So this is feminists trying to normalize, make being fat more acceptable in a world that already accepts it. And you've got big, fat, disgusting woman cows walking around working as models. So, and what is it? 65% of women are fat. So, in America. So, I think it's been accepted. I don't know if this has been accepted when you're this size, because I think this woman probably needs a U-Haul to carry her around. So I'm not sure being this fat should be accepted, but I just laugh looking at her. I mean, this is clearly somebody that has worked very hard to make herself as ugly as humanly possible. Look at these ugly tattoos. Look at how she's dressed. I doubt she could even stand up. Good Lord. Yeah, we want this to be acceptable, right, men? Because we want all women to look like this. Actually, that wouldn't be bad. Because quite frankly, my interest in women, they're kind of a pain in the ass anyway. There'll always be insecure chicks. Of course, I got out of America a long time ago, so plenty of women where I am now that are thin and insecure, no problem getting laid. And let all the American women get to be big fat pigs. We'll all buy sex dolls. They'll all be lonely, homely, fat slobs. And then the world will crash and burn that much sooner, with big fatties like this being the majority. Sure, let's accept them. That'll be the best thing for us. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.